Hey Taurus, how are you doing? I'm going to start with the earth signs this time because now the sun is actually technically just hit Aries as we hit Taurus season. So sidereal is its sun is actually in Aries, but that's all right. That's Ram energy still, and it'll be there. Well, we'll see. Aries is a small constellation. I've been monitoring it, but the sun just hit there a couple of days ago. And then there's your huge constellation of Taurus. But let's see. Mars just left Taurus and reached Gemini. Hearts and your loves and loyalties. But we've got a bunch of stuff just reaching Aries, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun. So, oh, we have a candle gone out. We need a new candle. Hang on, Taurus. Okay, I'm counting that into the video because I did a 5-month analysis of where you've been through my readings to see if it's even linear or not, or how random. But no, it's quite linear, and the last time I read, you were in a bit of a tower moment that had been building. We were coming through the progression from December through the 8, 9, 10 of Swords. So this mastermind energy, also some home situation, the disruption there. 4 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, so spiritual, the need for spiritual fulfillment. But there was definitely a career issue, and stepping into a teaching mode of switching from student to teacher, maybe again, or having revised or whatever. So let's see where you're at. I needed new energy, and I felt called, and it turned out I got an affirmation once I went to my shop, Shakti. If anybody wants to order from Shakti, they're located in Winnipeg, and they supply all kinds of goods. My rose quartz is from them, and I went and picked up the Coleman Smith, I'll just show you. I've been meaning to get one for a while, and I wanted to figure out which one, the Smith Weight, the Centennial Edition, the user-friendly one, not the collector's one that nobody wants to touch. And I pulled out one of my personal oracle decks favorites, Kuan, very gentle energy. It's an Alana Fairchild deck. I picked it out mainly for the artist. Let's give him some credit. Where is it isn't. I gotta double check this. I looked it up. I guess I didn't get it from this. I guess I got it from the website. I went looking him up. Okay, then I will do that, and I will put it in. It's a Chinese painter, and these scenes are scenes from Tibet. I really like the Aries Taurus energy of, it's oxen obviously, but so I'm almost gonna grab one more for the sake of the picture, than even the message in behind, forgive me, but I feel the energy of this right now because of the Aries Taurus energy. So let's grab one of those, and then we'll get straight into, since I've been chatty Kathy here for a moment. I've got the Coleman Smith, the Centennial came with 4 additional illustrations of hers. Yes. And I hadn't realized that she worked with William Butler Yeats, the Irish poet. When pulled out my one of my copies of one of his works. He is influential in my life, and I thought I was just giving him credit for helping an ex-partner of mine end up in a home in near his home county in Ireland. he's Sligo, and my ex ended up in an incredible home in Mayo, County Mayo. And so I knew that I had Yates to thank, and apparently I have Pamela Coleman Smith. I work with a lot of primarily murder victims, but I do a psychic co-writing as well. So he's one of them, and my artwork isn't necessarily sometimes it is psychically in whatever. Now I'm just rambling. But it's been quite a moving day to discover that something I didn't think was linked is actually linked. Okay, we're going to start with 2. And I'm just going to make sure that you can actually get a nice view of those. Let me see if I can tweak the focus manually. There. Beautiful or what? The realism. Well, I wouldn't say not the realism, it's fantastical. But just the detail. This idea of flying, I just love it. I love it. So that one. And there. Look at those buffalo. I live on the prairies in Canada, Anishinaabe land. Anishinaabe is a general term though, so I don't know that I'm happy using that. We have bison here. Can't call them buffalo, can we? Although some do. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's get the focus back. And I just feel like that's like perfect energy for right now. I'll read the backs after. Okay, let's just stick those up there against Pamela's non-tarot illustrations. And put that aside. Thank you, Alana Fairchild. Alright, let's breathe into this deck, Taurus. First time I'm using it. I have the black and gold Smith weight. I've worked with that enough. And of course, always important to study this set of cards. I would never be a member of Golden Dawn, but I would never be a member of pretty much anything at this point. So let's see, Taurus, now that we've got that candle relit. And I feel Yates and Pamela close to me right now, so we might be hearing directly from them. And that would be fun. That would be. What do they? Flipping right in the deck. Ooh, Taurus, your own Venus. Empress, upside down. Okay, now Mother Earth energy. Something's not manifesting. The time is off. Interesting. There are several ways to read that card, so we need context. Shoot, straight into the flame, got wax on it right off the bat. Drama. Okay. Just because I have a lot of candles doesn't mean we have to like... Well, it didn't set on fire. I know some readers had theirs set on fire. Okay, free will card for me. Obviously, this idea of a fair day's work for a fair day's pay, but this is always a card that they have had me understand is that it's a gift. Yes, in the material world, it's a 6. I count as gifts, okay? that are the sign that you're on the right path after, you know, tumultuous necessary change in your life of the 5, where you're out in the cold or, you know, standing your ground. And then right before the 7 is transformation. So ultimately, I just thought, you know, what they explained to me is their idea of, now I got, well, okay, so just some drama here because it went flying into the flames, and your flame had gone out. Obviously there's drama because we've got an Empress in reverse. We've got Venus energy in reverse, and she's just hit Gemini. It might have something to do with Gemini, just saying. Since, no, it's Mars that, it's Mars that hit Gemini. Well, that could affect Venus easily. Okay. I take this as sort of high priestess energy, though, manifesting in the, you know, the down and dirty stuff of life, the beautiful stuff. So we've got some free will or soul contract issue going on here, and this is fixed earth energy, which is typically attributed to you, classified as you, but I classify it as Virgo. So something about health, possibly. But alone time, reviewing situations. Now it's interesting because you've been in that proving yourself to yourself and proving yourself to everybody, and really arriving at a, you know, sort of a event horizon of do or don't. Okay. King of Wands, king with a plan. That's excellent. Lizards of Revelation. These little lizards all over the place here. Revelation. We've got the spark. We know what we want to do. Good Aries energy. That, well, actually Sagittarius. Okay, so if I'm thinking in terms of, but I think Aries because Mars rules, and you've got the Emperor, the King of Kings energy there. But let's say you've got good faith, you're optimistic, there's optimism. The flame is relit, we relit the candle. Okay, and we got Sagittarius. Okay, I was talking about Sagittarius, now we've got Sagittarius on the table. That 10 of Wands going back to the 9 of Wands. Proving yourself to everybody about the trouble you want to make in the world. Now, how does that affect this 6 of Pentacles? Okay, just lots of neat energy coming off of these. Devil reverse, Capricorn reverse, so maybe devil in the details. Something might not be... you might be avoiding some detail work. Waiting for that other person to deliver. You know that you've signed on with them. You're not just waiting on yourself. So maybe there's a hold-up. There's interference possibly. Figure out how I want to read. I mean, this is Adam and Eve situation again, so ethics again. Knowledge, knowing enough. There's something maybe that you don't know that you need to know. Look at all this Wands energy though. It's Aries energy. First house, yourself, could be stuck. There's something, could be something about yourself that is holding you back. Yes. I've got the summary, the 5-month summary close by. Geez, cards are just flipping. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to put them back in. But I've got Death and the Star. Yeah, well, what were we saying? Okay, there was a Tower moment. The Tower came out before. So there's... got your optimism back. So maybe something toxic is over and you're optimistic. That's a possibility. going into the flames. Okay, what was I saying about that necessary change, that out in the cold situation, they're taking the right action. Now it's a necessary thing that has to be gone through. And this would be the start of Virgo energy. This would be, for me, again, they would say you, but I would put you as cardinal. I have many reasons for that can be substantiated, but even if you stop to think about it yourself, you could. Okay, something just blew through the window. Got a breeze coming through. I probably got to close the window. It's cooling down. And the flames will get blown out. So something needs to be protected. If we have something about a calculated risk that we're worried about, that we have blocks about, but even by the time you get to the 10, it's something that you want to be doing. It's something to do with ambition. Now this would be, we're past the point of investment. Investors would be like in the 3 of Pentacles energy. This is leading back to the 4, wanting the stability. So you're worried, possibly, that you're worried about the risk. Or, I mean, it is a change. Something's changing. Something is changing. The Tower probably left you a bit nervous. What else, Taurus? What else for Taurus? Well, there we are with, okay. We were just at the 10 of Swords, what, two readings ago, 3 readings ago, and we progressed through the 8, through the 9, through the 10. The 8, the Mastermind card, where she's going to get herself out of those 8 swords and prove herself to herself. That's what I take 8s as. You're always, first you prove yourself to yourself, and then you prove yourself to everybody else. Yes, in the 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords, there's, you know, completion. And here we are not being complete. We are going in circles. This is upside down. We've got this other 10 upside down. Something like, is it just... Going back to the 9 of Swords, proving yourself to everybody. Okay, is there are people slow to embrace? Is this, we got that free will card there. So now, where are the Cups energy? Where is all your psychic energy, Taurus? How are you doing with your guides? Okay. More Swords. I'm going to take it as a sideways energy. It probably is like it's towards reverse, but let's just take it as sideways. So the 6 of Swords, I'm going to put that as Libra. Everybody else would put it as, they'd put it as Aquarius, wouldn't they? But I put this as Aquarius, this 11th house. So we have 2 6th house cards. We have an 11th house card. We have a 7th house card. This would be some sort of justice. And say, it's a 6 again, right? Just like a gift like this, but in terms of knowing something, understanding something, a new way of communicating, new contacts. Let's say somebody, okay, because we've got the 3 of Wands here. So new networking. This is contracts, negotiations, because I'm putting it in the house of Libra. And we've got, aha, now we know why. Yes, okay. So some sort of negotiation. It's just not time for it. Some kind of contract, right? Now I've got her in here. No, it's just Venus. So Venus rules 7th house, right? So I'm connecting these 2 cards together. I've got career house here with the Devil. Yeah, we're waiting on somebody. And it's holding up. Waiting on somebody is holding up. So what should you do? What's the advice? What's the advice for Taurus then? And it's flying away, but it didn't go into the flames. At least it's not going into flames. I'm going to pick it up as it landed. Well, there's the cups. Okay. King of Cups. Somebody intuitive, somebody possibly the Pisces or the Scorpio or the Cancer in your life, but it might be you. Somebody is either toxic or tuned out. Toxic or tuned out to their guides. In which case, now I was asking for what's the advice. I would say don't be waiting then. If this isn't you, even if it is, well, it could be you. In which case you want that king to turn up, right? And it's a case of getting in touch with guides. But if it's the other person, then they're out of tune. Now maybe that can be addressed with them, but we're all grown-ups, aren't we? We know what we're doing. Okay, any final thing before we go to the oracles and see what they have to say? Last card. Right, so the necessary fight. Another, this, and we've got half of the 10 of Swords reversed, repeated with the 5 of Swords reversed, yeah? And we've got 2 5s. We have 2 5s reversed, okay? So, obviously this person is, you know, it's going back to the 4 of Swords, rest, recover, regroup. Don't get stuck though. I mean, you can get stuck in the 4. Get your stability, okay? And then you probably have to repeat the 5, yeah? Because how else do you get to 6? How else do you get to 6? This justice, right? It's on purpose. It's why, whatever the reason is, it's divine intervention, it's divine timing, it's charted timing, whatever it is, it's not happening. And I think the point is, even if it were to happen later, you don't want to be caught waiting for it. You want to take the initiative. So because there's going to be imbalance. There's going to be imbalance. Somebody is dealing with more of a soul contract. Somebody's dealing with more free will right now. Somebody has more of a longer leash. But you need to secure yourself. Okay. All right. And I said that was going to be the last card from Taurus. So let's go to these oracles and see what they have to say. Grace carries you home. At the end of your efforts, yes, this person is trying to get to that home. Yeah? At the end of your efforts, because we reached that 10, we reached that 10. You reached it. You got through the 8, 9. Can't believe how the readings went from one month to the next. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. It's all there. At the end of your efforts, when your resources are exhausted and you are without further recourse, I am there for you with loving wild grace to carry you home. This king needs to connect. Okay, so that's that one. And dream your dreams. Trust that the desires in your heart what else do we have here? Desires in your heart would be the 6 of Swords as well. And all those 10 wands, yes. And the 3 of wands, all those desires in your heart are placed there lovingly by the universe. Yes. You are meant to dream of what you dream. Well, Taurus. So, I think it's just time to be willing to go it alone for a while. Get yourself started because you want it sideways. After this tower, because there was a tower, right? So the tower is this stuff, right? This, okay? The tower of completion. And so coming around, there's going to be a little bit more of this to go. And you're going to get to that. All right, Taurus. I will be back. Beautiful. Thank you. I am born in the season of Taurus. So I'm not pausing to reflect to see how much this connects with me personally right now. But I am really loving to start with you, and to have this be my first reading with this deck, and I'll just shut up now and go. But I hope that this is extremely helpful in terms of that it was affirming enough, it was clear enough, and you feel connected to Pamela Coleman Smith. And look up, William Butler Yeats. I'm sorry, I don't read enough of your poetry, but we'll get there, I'm sure. All right, Taurus, let's just do that. What's a nice card to put on top? There we go. It's coming. It's coming. You make it happen. All right, Taurus, much love. I'll be back very soon.